Hello. Um, for all the people that don't believe that this stuff's going on and that, just look at what's happened in history. Look at the take a look at MK Ultra's old documents and all the sub projects they had back then. They even had projects where they could force a picture into someone's brain using some form of microwaves or whatever from a distance. And that's what I've been getting. I've been getting images that are fronted up in front of my brain, just out of nowhere. It's just one big shock that comes on all of a sudden, and it makes my whole body spasm when it happens. It's like, like my whole body will spasm and it will take my breath away, like I've just been accidentally cut myself or something. It's like, yeah, it's a weird thing. But they had the technology back in the 50s. They probably got developing it really well by the 70s, and the 70s they said they'd stopped, but they obviously carried on with the experiments and started it on a larger scale. They just changed the name. I think it's pretty suspicious how the NSA's building was built a year after MK Ultra started. It was built in 1952, and I'm thinking these people in the NSA aren't for national security at all. They're people that are there to help test on individuals and to help with these secret watch schemes that they've got, because they're going to need to watch people that they're sending mental, just in case they go too mental and they're not in the right place at the right time, because I think they want these people to cause terrorist attacks and stuff like that, or they want them to commit suicide, walk in front of a train or whatever, stuff like that. Because I've had parts of my body move when I've been laying still, and it's been involuntary. It's been like someone else has moved them. I even got a question asked by the psychiatrist the day after this happened. I went to see a psychiatrist the day after this happened. My arm just shot up in the air as I was laying on the sofa, and he says, "You haven't had any phantom movements or weird movements that you haven't been able to control?" And I went, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have. My arm flew up the other day." So that was weird. And also, when I was last in the psychiatrist's office, I couldn't stop twitching. My whole face, I couldn't control my facial expressions at all. I can control it now, but what my face was doing was sort of this. And I couldn't stop it. My eyes were going too, but I can't do that. But I've learned to do this over years of it just involuntary happening. I've learned to be able to control it myself, but not with my eyes and that. My eyes were twitching and everything. I was getting shocks going through my body. And he always wants me to sit in the same specific seat, which is always weird. And that's where I've got to go again next week. So I'm not really looking forward to it, because if I start twitching again, I'm going to think there's something very strange going on here with the whole of the psychiatry, and if maybe they know about these electromagnetic weapons that are probably in the skies, probably satellite controlled, and mobile phone towers and stuff, because I've got worse spells when I've been near mobile phone towers. It could be a coincidence that I got worse spells there, but it's where I couldn't even walk and talk or anything. I was like, well, I couldn't put one foot in front of the other properly. I couldn't coordinate things. I was so confused. It just put me in an utter state of confusion. And that's happened numerous times, loads of times, in the same sort of area, and a few times right by the mobile phone towers, where it's just like I felt so weak. It's like my energy's just got sucked out of me instantaneously. So that's all weird stuff that has happened, and that's all happened in within a short period of time. And it was always when I was in these certain areas when I went. And my mum was a witness to me a couple of times. Mum saw it. Well, she's witnessed it about 5 times. I'm like, my fucking head, it's going right funny again. My eyes went all blurry, like in frames. So like an old-fashioned camera would do, where it's frame by frame. It was like that, trying to see around, and it was like completely slowed my brain down. Gives you a massive migraine type thing, but it's not a migraine, it's way worse. It's like worms crawling around in your head and stuff. Yeah, and that happened loads. But I've had the thing where I have trouble walking quite a bit, where just all of a sudden I can't put one leg in front of the other properly. And it's like I have to really try hard, really focus on walking, trying to walk like a soldier in order to walk at all. It's really weird. So yeah, they just wanted to express that. But I also want to, like I said on the last video, I want to reenact some of the street theatre that's been done, so people can understand how it works. But I need a couple of people with me in order to do that. Trouble is, at the moment I'm reclusified. I haven't got anyone around me or near me. I suppose I could ask my mum if she wanted to help reconstruct video, but she doesn't even like being on video, so that's probably a bad idea. But maybe when I go down south and see Kieran again, the guy I did the film with, to get scanned, I could ask them if they wanted to recreate or recreate the situation, so people can see what we mean when it happens, because it's so subtle and it can all be put down to coincidence. But it can't if you're shown exactly what it is and what people do. Everyone's probably had all sorts of different theatrics done, but I've had numerous real strange ones a lot of the time. So yeah, it's really weird, but reenacting it I think is a good idea, because we can at least demonstrate to others that don't believe that these things happen that they do, because we just demonstrated it, if you know what I mean. And it seems like no one's really demonstrated how these things work, and I've got fucking hundreds of examples of how to demonstrate. All I'd need is two other people, and we all just need to be carrying a camera phone so we can show it from the different angles. And yeah, one of the ones I could show is where they walk adjacent to you, like on the other side of the road or somewhere, a group of lads say, and you'll speed up to walk past them. So you speed up and they'll speed up and match your speed. So then you think, oh fuck this, they've decided to go fast, so I'll slow down and let them overtake me. As soon as you slow down, they will slow down too. You can even stop and they'll all stop. So that it's like they're copying you or mimicking your movements. And they do that a lot within mental health. As I've said before, my mum worked in mental health, and she was told instantly when she went in there to mirror the people's movements, copy their movements, because it puts them at ease, they say. But if they don't know why you're mirroring them, it's not going to put them at ease, is it? They might start thinking, hey, why the fuck are you mirroring me? This is weird. This is not good. This isn't good for my mental health. You're tripping me out. And that's one example. Another example is where I'd be walking down the pathway and I'd move onto the grass in order to let two lads go past. But instead, I moved on the grass and I moved right in front of a tree. So I just swerved around a tree. So there was a tree right behind me, right? And the two lads decided to walk exactly where I was in the grass. and stopped me like at a halt. So I moved out of the way. I said to them, "Did you do that on purpose?" And they were like, "No, mate, we just didn't see you." But there was a tree behind me. Why would they want to walk into the tree? Why didn't they just stay on the pavement? I'd moved out of the way, being polite and nice and not wanting to intimidate them because they were two young teenage lads. And instead they used an intimidation tactic on me. And I noticed there was a man there watching from his house. Like they planned it, and they wanted a witness to see what I'd do. So that was a street theatric thing. Maybe an intention to get me sections. Maybe they thought I'd flip out on the lads or something, and then the bloke could run in and try getting hold of me and all that. But it wouldn't work. I think they've underestimated my physical capabilities some of the times. I'm not saying I'm the hardest. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I'm pretty damn strong. I've got some solid muscle on me. I've lost 2 stone actually, because I was weighing 16 stone, and that's far too much for me. So I've lost 2 stone. I'm weighing 14 now. I want to lose another 2 stone so I can get back to my agile, fit self rather than over. I don't want too much muscle. I don't want to be this heavy. I've got muscle and fat at the moment, but I want to burn all the fat and lose a bit of the muscle too, just to get down to 11 stone, because that's my perfect weight. Yeah, so other examples are, you could be walking round a corner. They know you, or walking up to a corner. They know you're coming up to that corner, so they stand there and pretend to chat, or don't even chat. They just stand there and wait for you to come past, and then say some key words. Like if I was on the phone, saying the day before, if I was on the phone, "Yeah, I ate 5 bananas the other day while I was doing my fitness regime," or something. They'd go, "Yeah, I ate 5 bananas the other day while I was doing my fitness regime." "Oh, did you?" Things like that. And then I probably walk past someone else, and it'd be something that I'd said on the phone about how fast the earth spins, or something obscure like that. And they'd be like, "Yeah, the earth spins at 1,040 miles an hour apparently." That's what I just heard. And you think, fucking hell. Another example of it, this is without showing you. If I could show you, you would understand much better. If you're a non-targeted individual, I'm sure a lot of targeted individuals will understand the situations. But another tactic they used for ages, for about 3 months, was they'd stop. They'd be coming the other way down the street. If it was a long street, they'd stop about 20 meters away from me and just look down at their phone. I know anyone could just be looking at their phone. I know that's the sort of thing that happens, yeah. But this would happen continuously every time I went out. But they'd just stop in the street. I even asked one of them. I said, "What are you doing, mate?" He was just looking at the blank screen as well, holding it. He weren't pressing any buttons. But they'd been told to do that, like stand in a frozen position when I walked past. That was another one. It was weird. It happened like every day I went out for months and months, and then it changed. I've had numerous. I had a period for about 3 months too, where a load of cars only had one headlight on. I know people, the headlights go quite often, and you do get quite a lot sometimes, but not like 5 in a row and then another 5 in a row and stuff like that. And that was a trigger. But they've obviously got manpower to do this sort of thing. But I don't think the people know what they're doing. I don't think people could be that sort of cruel knowing it. But I mean, there's other things I could tell you that have happened to me that I've been too scared to put on video. But I might put it on video. I'm just contemplating whether or not. But reconstructing the stuff, definitely, because I think it would open a lot of non-TI's eyes to watching it and realizing, hold on, yeah, that's possible then. And that happens to you all the time, does it? Yeah, it happens to me all the time. Bloody hell. And it might make people around you believe your story much more if we do something like that. So I'll speak to some people I know and see if I can. All I need is a few phone cameras, or a video camera and a couple of phone cameras, just to show the different perceptions on what's happening from the stalker's perception, what they're doing, and from my perception. Yeah. So I'll leave it there, because I don't want to jibber jabber on about other stuff, because I get confused after about 10 minutes or so, and it's been 16 minutes now, so I'll stop it there. And thank you for watching and all that, and see me hopefully on the next video I do. I'll have lost another 2 stone. It only took me 3 weeks to lose this 2 stone, so I'm not going to wait 3 weeks to do another video though. So, but I will have lost 2 stone within the next 3 weeks. 2 more stone. Right, thank you for watching and that, and give me a thumbs up and a subscribe if you like what I say. And if you don't like what I say, just don't watch the video. There's no need for them thumbs down. It's a bit mean. Right, see you later.